A Georgia judge greenlit an effort by former President Donald Trump and his co-defendants to appeal the decisions to allow Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to continue to prosecute the 2020 election subversion case.
Yeah, so the judge issued a certificate of immediate review allowing the case to be reviewed by a Georgia appeals court. This move doesn't pause the prosecution, though, but allows appeals on the disqualification effort to play out before trial. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Clive Rhodes joining us now. So what are the next steps in this case?
Well, the next steps is they have to deal with this at hand, and the door opened with this one because unlike a traditional appeal where you're waiting to have the court decide on the final judgment of the court, you're saying, listen, this is an interlocutory appeal. I want you to make a decision because we can't really move forward. I need you to make the decision because if you decide in my favor, the case is over. Remember, they're not asking just for Fani Willis and their team to be removed. They're asking for the case to be dismissed. So if the other court decides that, you know what, he got it wrong and he should have dismissed the case, it's all over. And so he had to grant them under Georgia law a certificate for them to appeal. Next steps is they have 10 days to go ahead and write that appeal. And then the court has 45 days to determine if they're going to even listen to it. Just like the Supreme Court. They don't listen to every case that comes before them. The Court of Appeals in Georgia is going to be the same way. I'm assuming that they'll want to hear this case, but they don't accept every case.
You and I were talking about earlier about this case a little bit, and you said this is expected, but also what makes it so significant?
It makes it significant because no judge wants their case to be reviewed. You want to make sure that you get it right in real time while it's happening. But because this case has a lot of different courts at action. You have the court of public opinion. And so when we were talking earlier, I think the judge made the right decision because in the court of public opinion, you want to make sure that he, as in Donald Trump, has had every opportunity to exhaust all of his remedies. And if there's a certain section out there that believes that this court system is unfairly prejudiced against him, hey, let's leave nothing on the table. Go ahead and appeal, allow the Court of Appeals to take a look at this and make sure that I got it right. But again, no judge wants that to happen. They don't want anybody looking over and saying that they got it wrong.
Which I want to point out, too, in Fulton County, you're able to have cameras inside the courtroom. So when you talk about the court of public opinion, everybody saw this play out. I mean, it became very juicy with the up and downs of the case. Now, granted, the decision was made, but is this part of Trump's whole bigger picture of delay? Because an appeal takes time.
100%. I mean, this falls right into his action. When they originally came out with the order, when Judge McAfee's order came out, I said this was an instant win for former President Trump because it delays the process. Because he mentioned a couple things in that order, specifically that there was not an actual conflict, but there was an appearance of a conflict. Okay, red flag. And then he mentioned that odor of mendacity, that odor of untruthfulness. This thing smells fishy. It smells funny. I don't know what mendacity smells like, but it doesn't smell like you want to have this trial continue. And that's what the folks that are in the MAGA contingency is saying. And so because he left these little nuggets in that order, that's all they needed. They needed a little bit more ammunition to say, hey, Stato, he is an amazing lawyer, said, I got another opportunity to delay. This falls right into my client's wishes. Delay until he can get in office. Job well done.
And when that decision does come down, can he appeal even that and then delay it even further?
I think the Court of Appeals will make the final decision in the state of Georgia, at least for my reading of the law. I don't think there is any other appeal after that. What I can tell you is that I think they will land the same location that McAfee in his decision. Because when you look at Georgia law, there is no case law. There is no precedent for an appearance of a conflict. It is crystal clear that if there is a conflict that has been established, an actual conflict, then she should be removed and her whole office should be removed. But I think they failed to meet their burden. So I think that the Court of Appeals will make the same decision.
But to your point, because the judge used such strong language, that's what let that window open a little bit.
Opened it wide open.
Right. All right, Clive Rhodes, appreciate your insight.